Come on, Gracie.
Alright, so in theory we're live. And there's already people in the chat!
And there's also already cats in the room.
There's cats in the room. Yes, Gracie's here. Yeah, sorry about the weird half-hour off start time. That's YouTube being just complete and total crap. When I go to set up an event, it's like, oh yeah, let's just have it set up at the nearest available time, even though it does half-hour increments. So, in theory, when I set up, the closest should be 7:30. But no, it instantly defaults to 8 o'clock, and sometimes I just don't catch it, because it doesn't matter. If the stream starts, like, actually half-hour later, you guys would see a tweet about it or something. Oh, you guys really don't know. You have no idea how hard it is for me to live stream Diablo 3 when I've got Overwatch on my computer. It's right there. I could play it. I've only played it twice today, but granted, I only played it for like half hour at a time each time, so I mean...
But we gotta stop the primevals.
We do have to stop the primevals. Oh no, Pin's connection is fucked. Yeah, I really have no idea what the story is, because it's like, I'm sitting here trying to remember all of the Diablo lore from when I was, you know, a teenager. And not quite, you know...
Yeah, all I remember from the first Diablo is some evil stuff is going in the basement of the church, or something. I don't really know. Churches are evil, that... I don't think that was the takeaway I was supposed to get there, but...
Churches are evil. I think you missed the message. Or you got it and just, you know... Alright, let's go in. I remember the ending of Diablo 1, where... For spoilers, for anyone who hasn't played Diablo 1 at this point, your hero becomes Diablo. You defeat Diablo, and then there's the Soul Stone of Diablo, and you're like, hey, look, this looks like it's great, and like shoves it in your forehead. It's like, I'm Diablo now. It's like, okay, that's a thing.
I can't do that.
All right, so
did we do skills last time? Let's
I
take a
don't
look.
remember. I don't think so.
Well, we've got I've got two passives set up at least, so there's that. So I think my skills are good.
Let me see if I did mine.
You do not have a second passive set, but you have it unlocked.
Yep, I should do that. Let's see. We've got punish. Put that on. I got that. Is that the hammer that I don't want? Like, I forgot what hammer I don't... That's the hammer I don't want to
Yeah,
use.
you just put it on your X button.
Oh, damn it. That is the hammer I don't want. I can't see the X button because of my spear. Alright, I want that hammer as my X button.
You don't have any runes for that yet, but that's fine.
R2 is going to be sweep attack. And I have a rune for that. Let's
You have
see.
2 runes.
Chance to trip and stun. Or... Let's cause things to burn. That sounds like it could be fun. Shield glare, I want to keep that. Provoke, I really don't care about provoke, but switch it to steed charge, because that sounds like it could be ridiculous.
Especially since you have a rune for it now, so it actually does damage.
Let's see. Increased resistance to all elements versus increased attack speed. Falling sword. Oh, that's my new super one, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, it does 1700 damage, it looks like. R2 is scroll. Or it should be. Maybe you have to actually like click on the skill or something.
Yeah.
You're on the X button again. Or no, you're on the R1. Never
Yeah,
mind.
I was about to say, I
looks
thought
like
I
you-
knew what I was doing. There we go. 1700% weapon damage. Okay, that's kind of eh. So that's passive, and what other passive can I do? Let's see. Vigilant, reduce all non-physical damage by 20. Primary skills, gain additional wrath. Increased attack speed of punish / smite and justice. Let's do Vigilant. Alright. Ben's back. Looks like you, Barbara. There's 2 other people viewing. I don't know who they are. They haven't shown up. They haven't said anything in chat. So.
Well, I think one of them is you.
Yeah, one of them is me. So, because I have the view there. So one of them is me, just kind of hanging out.
Okay, so last time we got, Tyrael back from
The Damned.
the Damned.
Which I don't remember Tyrael looking like. It's the lack of wings, I guess.
Yeah, we'll actually be getting into that in a second here, because we're going on to the next act now.
Yay, acts. Do you wish to travel to the next act? 29 seconds.
I think if you talk to him, we can end it immediately.
There we go. Screw that. We don't want to wait. Who waits for time? And the other... No, there's someone back, so... I mean, at this point, I guarantee... Oh, no, now they're gone. Everyone's playing Overwatch. That's the thing. I guarantee you most of my subscribers are probably... I could log on to Battle.net, and that would be it. It was all just stories.
Except for the part where, it actually happened. And is happening again.
Yeah.
What would you know about sacrifice?
What would you know about sacrifice? Well, I am Tyrael.
Tyrael, the ancient law
Bad touch.
strictly forbids us from interfering with the mortal world. Yet you have done so, brazenly. All I am guilty of,
Oh, well, that's the Tyrael I remember.
While you hide, cowering behind your throne. Silence!
Oh, well.
Now answer for your transgressions.
It's such an interesting concept for angels. Oh, I'm gonna fight. Okay.
You
Angel
cannot
fights.
judge me. I am justice itself. We were meant for more.
I am vengeance. I am the knight.
The innocent.
I am Batman.
But if our precious laws bind you all to inaction, then I will no longer stand as your brother.
Oh, well. That's what happened to Tyrael.
To be one of us.
I'm gonna rip off my armor. Alright, so what they're telling me is if an angel strips, they become human. Actually, wasn't that what happened in Dogma? Rip off an angel's wings, they become human?
Maybe?
Yeah. So that's, yeah. This is Dogma. And Barbara's internet derped out.
Because humanity
God's faffed off somewhere and the angels...
hope for this world.
Wouldn't it be great if the plot for Diablo 3 is God went to play skee-ball and this is what happens? Oh.
Believed. All your crazy tales. Your work. You never finished.
All of your crazy tales about this thing called Diablo. Oh.
Stay a while and burn!
Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, there goes Deckard Cain. You know, I'm in the mood for roasting marshmallows.
I mean, we could. If we have marshmallows, we could roast some.
Actually, we do have marshmallows. We're talking about
So-
making s'mores later. Like- And now we're in Act 3.
Tristram
Two.
is safe,
Oh, 2?
Yeah.
but that is
I
only
thought we were in
the
Act
beginning.
3. How many acts are in this
The
game?
great eastern
There's
city of
4 in the base
Chaldea
game, and then
has fallen
Reaper
under the
Souls added
sway of
a 5th
Belial,
act.
Ah,
the Lord of Hell.
well then.
I'd like to have
The
words
first,
with
I think,
him.
is the longest. Either the first or the third. The second one's somewhere in between those, and then, or, you know, a little bit shorter than those, and then the 4th act is really short.
Yay, spacing!
And then the 5th act is decently long because, you know, it's an entire expansion is this one act. So now we're in Chaldeum, where Belial's setting up shop.
Oh, well then.
He's
Yay.
the Lord of Sin, or something. I forget. He's Lord of something.
Yeah.
He's Lord of fuck all.
Behold, Belial.
Oh, he's Lord of Lies. That's right.
I know. I think Lord of Fuck All. I think that's where we're gonna. Lord of Lies. Da 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 da. Jackie Chan. We'll split up. So they were making a TV show based off of Rush Hour. It didn't even make it through the end of the first season before it got canceled. And I'm sitting here going, surprise? Like, did they just
Yeah.
change color?
Uh,
I could have swore she was a different color a second ago. But,
Commander of the Iron Wolves. Even now
wreaks
wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
havoc throughout the Borderlands. You know, that other game that...
I mean, we could do Borderlands after this.
We could. Actually, that could be a lot of fun. I'm the Lord of Fuck All, and I give no fucks. Not to be confused with Beelzebub, but Lord of Flies. And Voyaflex, welcome to the party. We're just kind of Diabloing it up instead of, you know, playing Overwatch. I would be.
Oh yeah.
It's the outline of the character to call it. That's why I keep thinking they change colors. Look at all the bothers I give. One of my favorite things from Winnie the Pooh's thing of Winnie the Pooh holding a revolver. "Oh bother," said Pooh as he chambered the next round. I don't know why, but I lose my shit every time I see that because. But yeah, I can't live stream Overwatch all the time because I don't interact with the chat because I'm too busy playing Overwatch. Felt really bad for everyone watching on Monday. It's like I'm trying to interact with anyone who's not actually playing, but I can't help myself. I have to
Should
read.
we talk to the Enchantress? She might be important. She's got a big golden
You've got
thing over her
You've
head.
got this shit over your head, lady. I have some questions for these cultists.
questions I want to ask with my sword. Some very pointed questions.
Who's the person who does all the pun? Which one of my subscribers is the puns? I don't think it was Kirby. I think it was Bogo. It was Bogo.
Yeah.
It was Bogo. Bogo's not here, so I guess you have to fill in for the bad puns.
So, you know, Enchantress, or the Covenant set up somewhere out here. They've got illusions. The Enchantress is going to help us with the illusions.
I'm apparently poisoned.
Yeah, the Wasps... We should be fine for now, but on higher difficulties, the Wasps will fuck you up. Because it seems to be that, the way damage is scaled, anything like on normal difficulty, most stuff does pretty reasonable damage, but on higher difficulties, the stuff that you can dodge gets ramped up way more. Because it's like, you should be dodging this, you shouldn't be getting hit by it.
And all I can think of is Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Why didn't you dodge? That's... Did you see they're doing a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? Like, they're making a sequel to that game, and it's all about time travel, which I thought was the point of the first game. Like... Let's see. Oh, it's Pen and Bogo. Oh, and apparently Voyaflex also does bad puns. So, bad puns all around.
Dead cultists all around.
Have you ever seen so many dead cultists? Lord knows I have. I'm just gonna keep slashing at the air, because I don't really care about you being an enchantress. Oh, hey, look! That didn't exist! Except it did, because we could not have run into it. Oh, those aren't bad guys. These are bad guys. Iron Wolf Jarlf. That's a name. I haven't forgotten the miscreant. No, I have not forgotten the miscreants. I did not forget the miscreants. As much as I've tried. Ah.
We've got more illusions going on.
Yeah.
It made a bridge disappear.
Getting some crap weapons. Yay, crap weapons. I love that the game gives you crap weapons. Even, it's like, oh yeah, there's no point in this. Like, just...
Well, there is a point now, but there wasn't a point when the game first came out. But now you can break them down into, crafting materials. You gotta follow the footprints.
Oh, no. I was like, can I dodge? No, no. It also doesn't help that I dodged into it. Ah. I'm actually planning to LP Minish Cap next. Yes, you were telling me about that. I'm going to make all the Undertale jokes. Joke about all the Undertales. I was reading Metacritic user reviews earlier, and it's one of those things that just like hilariously. I feel kind of bad for some of these people because like they have no humor in their entire body, and one person like I was looking at some review scores of Overwatch, and one of the people who there's a huge contingent of people on Metacritic who are just rating the game as 0 because reasons. And one of the people, the only other game that they had reviewed was Undertale. And like, my friend suggested this because they know how much I love RPGs, but this isn't an RPG, it's a walking simulator. Like, that's what a lot of people used to call RPGs back in the 90s. They used to call them walk-around games. So it's like...
I've never heard anyone refer to an RPG as that in the past, and especially not now, because walking simulator has an entirely different meaning.
Nowadays it doesn't, but I can't tell you how many people that I went to school with that used to call them walk-around games, because that was the thing. It's like, you had to walk from point A to point B, talk to someone, walk back to point A. It was a lot of, like, the early Final Fantasies was a lot of walking around. They didn't count the battles as part of the gameplay for whatever reason. They just considered them like a minor inconvenience. Like, no, that's the gameplay. The battles are the gameplay. The story is the walking around bit. But I just found it really funny that it's like, yes, walk around simulator. Like, no. I do not think that means what you think it means. But it was really entertaining. I made a comment about, the fact that I love reading them because it's hilarious. But afterwards I have to consult with my doctor because being around that much salt cannot be healthy. All the salt. Caboose is here! I just came by to say I knew you would be playing Overwatch. I was talking about that earlier. It's my anti-drug drug. I know the feeling. I would be playing Overwatch now if I weren't streaming. In fact, I'm probably going to be playing Overwatch after the stream. So, anyone who wants to play Overwatch after the stream will be doing that. See, that's something that I miss too. I was talking to Luth about turn-based combat and how he absolutely loathes the Square Enix action RPG titles. Like he liked Kingdom Hearts at the time, but now it's like I would kill for like an actual turn-based game. But everyone keeps talking about how it's slow and it's monotonous and people don't like it because it's not as engaging. It's limited what you can do. Like I doubt that. I'm pretty sure there's things you could do to make it, entertaining. But all the turn-based games seem to gravitate toward handhelds, so give it a little more time. I have a feeling they'll start showing up more on mobile, because I was looking at the Valkyrie Profile game that they're getting ready to do for, or that they're doing or have already done for iOS and Android. And looking at that, it's like, that is a full-on turn-based RPG for mobile. I was actually really, really impressed. So, what's up?
I was just trying to switch my mantra around.
Nothing there. Run! Run away! I'll hit you from a distance with my hammer that is actually a spear. Break open some rocks. Hey, you're a thing.
Santor.
How terrifying would that be if that were real? Like, something that could move in the ground. Like, it was like, it's Trimmers. Granted, without Kevin Bacon. Which begs the question, can you really have Trimmers without Kevin Bacon?
Oh, we've got two special packs here.
Oh, I'm, these things just won't die. There we go. Everything's dead. Vengeful massacre. If I get the money to get some capture cards, probably LP. Persona 3 and 4. See, I never got into Persona. Never did. I have a couple of them. Just not something that, I jumped into. Mostly because, I was a little weirded out by some of the enemies, The giant penis chariot. Early on, I'm like, I'm fighting a penis. Okay.
Well, I mean, in most RPGs, the antagonist is a giant dick. This is just a little bit more honest about it.
This is true. It's just being very, very honest about, how phallic it is. I mean, Sephiroth was a dick. Penis chariot. Not really a bigger dick, just different type of dick. Oh, you were still alive. I thought he was dead. I'm like, oh, I hit you, and nope, you're still alive.
Deckard Cain, you're dead. We don't need to stay in wild and listen anymore.
Say, if you thought I went into history, myth, and enemies in Castlevania, Persona will be my... I look forward to that. Do you have a lighter? I don't. But Bert does. Why do you say that? Because you're Bert. Damn. Oh. Hey, look, people. What were you people doing when the little goblin things were attacking us just now?
They were watching.
You must be mad.
Yes, come down here into the cellar where we can murder you.
Yeah, that's about it. Like, I'm gonna hop into this van that doesn't have any windows and see what happens. Oh yeah, this doesn't seem creepy.
You are the sacrifice, Magda. Belial said you here as great to lead me away from his treachery in Chaldea.
Oh, do we have to fight them? Yeah, we do. Oh, that was... And now we're gonna run and kill people in town! Yay, massacre!
Well, they were all actually snake people, so it's fine.
You know, don't you just hate it when you move to a new town and it turns out that all your neighbors are snake people that can turn invisible?
I always knew the timekeep was right.
All of Mara's stats are thinly veiled dick jokes. I'm a thinly veiled dick joke. Oh, that's... that is something that is now... that I'm... One of these days, I've said it before, when we, you know, for whatever reason, explode in popularity, like Game Grumps or whatever, people are going to take sections of you know, the live streams of my Let's Plays and just take them completely out of context for the humor they're in. And I'm expecting that, because I've said a whole bunch of things that I guarantee you that, you know...
Yeah, but even if that did happen, it'd be with more current stuff, because I don't think people would go back and watch the thousands of hours that you have already existing to make compilations.
I don't know. Some of the fans from things like Game Grumps, like, once you get to a certain level of popularity, people get weird. Like, looking at some, like, Game Grumps were one of those, like, because they had the whole, you know, John, Danny switch, so people were very passionate about that. But it's one of those things, like, people, they go through some things. Like, some of the Game Grumps anime is like, what episode is this from? Oh, this is from an episode that's, like, 8 years old. Like, what were you doing? Why did you find this?
Well, you know, maybe they just really liked the Goonies, too.
And Tower of Arcana does pierce damage. It's weak to ice. Cobra. And knowing is half the battle? 25% magic and gold find.
You gotta find the magic.
You gotta catch them all. Hey, look, people.
Hey, look, it's a Black Lotus. This cultist had a mox.
Yeah, one of the moxes.
Yeah.
I have a friend that had a Black Lotus. I wonder if he still has it, and if not, like, how much did he get from it? Because I guarantee you it was oh! The bad guy came out of a little pot thingy. That's not supposed to happen. Let's see. I keep forgetting that I have other skills other than the, Oh! I haven't used that one yet. That was my, Oh, that actually killed something, for once. Granted, he was just kind of a mildly different enemy. DB Stewart's here! Yeah, there's going to be a lot more streaming now that Overwatch is out. I said it earlier on, it's like, I'm gonna be live streaming a lot of that. I'm running around as a horse. I just cannot. I just cannot. Like, there is just so much about this that I'm like, really? Yeah, most of the usual audience is playing Overwatch. I know Caboose is. Joanna's probably playing as well.
That slash does some damage.
It does. I like it. I mean, it kind of eats Wrath, but, you know. I just have to hammer things.
That's what throwing Mjolnir's for.
Mjolnir, meow meow. So I came up with an interesting idea for a cosplay. It's like Hello Kitty Thor. So Mjolnir is meow meow, and instead of like the Celtic triangle on the side, you have a little Hello Kitty emblem. Like you could go all out with it. Just very, very Hello Kitty. I'm on a horse, bitches! I mean, that gets me across the field very quickly. That's an impressive skill, if it's not a little bit silly. And by a little bit silly, I mean a lot silly.
Oh, they're all dead.
Yeah, everyone's dead. What's the topic of discussion tonight?
Thinly veiled dicks, apparently.
Apparently thinly veiled dicks. Marauder got the nightmare soul. Do you plan to punish yourself by streaming Overwatch when you miss uploads? That's an interesting punishment, but no, I'm just going to end up playing a ton of Overwatch. I'm probably just going to start doing 2 streams a week, like a stream of Overwatch one day, and then a stream of whatever project we happen to be working on the next, or on our usual Thursdays. Yeah, there's a pink Darth Vader. I've seen I've seen a lot of different Darth Vaders. I've seen a Ronald McDonald Darth Vader. That was where I kind of drew the line on what seems like it makes sense.
Good. You have the new Magna fight, where she just summons a bunch of shit. And still has the bugs.
Running around, and everything dies.
You might want to not be standing.
Oh, I'm
in the
fine.
explosions.
I'm fine.
Another legendary. Two-handed sword.
Just go through all this equipment.
Oh, our bags are full.
Oh, well then.
We should probably fix that. And
Yeah.
come back for this stuff.
Yeah, let's do that.
But yeah, in the original release, the Magnify was way more annoying because she would put up a barrier every 25%, and then you have to kill all the ads before the barrier drops again.
Oh, that sounds ridiculous. Alright. Let's break down some stuff. And this is an Overwatch? No. I'm gonna be Peter Venkman, cartoon version.
What? I don't know.
I just... I'm pretty sure everything that I got was less useful, so...
I've got a couple weapons here that might be good, but I don't know. It
So-
also depends on, that sword.
Darth Vader is either going to be an otaku or a weeb. It's Darth Vader.
Actually, do any of the do either of these have slots? It does not have a slot, so
So it is not useful.
I mean, it might be like a minor damage increase, but we should be fighting slotted weapons pretty soon.
I loved the real Ghostbusters as a kid too. It was one of those shows that I really feel like did not get enough. What am I doing?
Just press R1 twice to go over to salvage.
There we go. Alright, that just kind of came back up. That,
That looks like it could be good.
yeah, so I'm going to keep that. Where,
It sorts weird or something. I don't
yeah.
know.
Let's see. Let me look and see what I've got that's actually worthwhile before I start that. Probably not any of this. No. No. Was the other one was a hat?
Yeah.
Let's see. A lot more strength, a lot more vitality.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna do that. And then, was there anything else worth picking up?
I don't think so. Maybe that shield there.
Let's see.
The blue one.
That one's not terrible. Why did it not go down? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Alright, everything else is gonna get smelted. Except for the crown and the defying band. I think I'll keep that. And you go away, and you go away. Oh, I didn't... No, I did check that. I did check that. He's not as
Yeah.
worth it, so...
Your current weapon doesn't have any bite, so a lot of weapons will show up as a bonus to toughness.
Yeah. So everything's just going to get smelted. And go away. Crap. Oh, wow. Picked up a lot of crap.
And we should take a look at how much of the common materials we have. Because if we have a bunch of them, we could probably just stop picking up whites.
Let's talk about the drug that I'm taking from that video I made. See, I thought that video was funny. Because it's time for things. That's where...
Yeah, I've got 256 of the debris, so I could probably just stop picking up whites.
Where's that?
It's the bag icon in your inventory. You've got 320,
Yeah,
so yeah, we can just stop picking up whites, and that'll...
Yeah, that'll... What gems? I have an emerald.
And only emerald.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah. How many of those do you have? 2.
2. Critical hit damage, extra gold, like damage to melee attackers, damage to elites.
Yeah, once we can get some socketed weapons, we'll just want to put a ruby in them, because that'll help the damage a lot.
Yeah. That and amethyst, wow. Yeah, that was an interesting twist between Bill Murray and Lawrence of Music. So,
There's a diamond.
I got a chipped diamond. Identify. Faithful memory.
It's got a fuck ton of decks on it.
Yeah. Fuck ton of decks. Wow.
What was the damage difference? Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. That's a neat weapon model, though.
Yeah. Skills. Do I have the thing that's like... No, it's at 24. Wielding a two-handed weapon, all spirit generation is increased by 35%.
Increase that spirit. Yeah, Pin has a lot of trivia.
So 24, I'll want to switch passives.
Like, when I started playing Final Fantasy IX, I was like, I kind of want to do all the lore behind a lot of the summons. But since I never used half the summons, I just didn't care to, yeah. Prone to occasional obsession in trivia is kind of a thing for me. No, Barbara's talking about, if anyone saw the video I did called The Time, it went up yesterday. Barbara's commented of what kind of drugs am I taking, because I found that funny. I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. It's just me, but I felt that I needed to put these jokes together.
Well, we killed Magda, so Deckard Cain has been avenged.
I don't think cute is a requirement to be on Jeopardy, Pen. Because I've seen a lot of people on Jeopardy. They are not always attractive people. So, don't worry about, physical appearance when trying out for Jeopardy. See, I thought it was funny, mostly because I've been playing so much Overwatch that every time I hear it's high noon, I either just kind of laugh because I expect McCree to die instantly, even before finishing the sentence. Typically, the last couple of games I played with McCree, it's high noon and then dead. See, that's the thing. I was completely sober when I made that video, which
There's a pack here.
Imperial Guards pack.
Oh, it just has the letter. Fuck that.
No one cares about the letter.
Bunch of commotion at the gates.
Let's talk to the person with, shit over their head. We must gain entry into the palace. No. See, that's the thing. I'm in a rather metropolitan area along the eastern seaboard. Like, I'm in the triangle of North Carolina. It's like, it's not huge, but like we have a ton of, tech starts. Like we've got Red Hat and Cisco and things like that here, but we never get any of the big. We get some big concerts occasionally, but that's. Yeah, Ken Jennings is probably the most average-looking individual ever. So, Mazel Tov, Ken. Do we get to fight them? Are they going to turn into snake people?
Yeah. Yeah.
He must be a king. How can you tell? He ain't got shit all over him. Oh, I miss Monty Python. I do. I do. Because I have a friend who is live journal friends with her, and therefore I get to see all sorts of, hey, this is something you might find interesting. Yeah, kind of. It's neat. It's one of those that I forget how she met her. I don't know how that became a thing. But that's one of the things that I actually really like about Facebook. I don't post a lot, but I do check up on, that's a way to keep in touch with friends. But it's fun seeing, how some people interact. It's like, how do you know this person? Because that's one thing that I've noticed. Like I'll become friends with someone, and it's like, oh, you're friends with 3 friends that I know. How do you know these people? How? Because I've never met you up until this point, and then all of a sudden, I realized just how small the universe is, to where all these people are, you know, hanging out. I'm gonna ride my horse through battle. That is actually a lot of fun, if not silly.
I just noticed with this sword, I'm actually using the weapon as part of my attack animation.
You are. That's new.
At least when I'm doing my basic attack. It's still not part of lashing tail kick.
Well, I mean, why would a tail kick use a sword? It's a kick.
Well, why would a sword increase the damage of my kick?
Because it's heavy. It weighs you down, so you've got more force behind it. Come on, man. Physics. It's all about the physics.
Oh, cowabunga, dude.
We get to go into the sewers. Uh-oh. There is going to be another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. I'm not going to see it, which sucks, because I really like Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell is an amazing actor. He's also, you know, a good human being. So I'm you know, kind of disappointed. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to be seeing this, but
Did I press the heal button? I did not press the heal button. That's the heal button.
you don't get the heal button. Has a Facebook. My mom's wonderful, intelligent woman with social media gets the same reaction. Dog face with heart. Yeah, if we give the duck a large head on Crider, they might be able to, you know.
Oh, there's just a pile of corpses over here. Probably.
Pile of corpses. That's always a good thing, isn't it? So delicious. Another pile of corpses. So suddenly this has become item durability. Oh, our items can be damaged, so which one of my items is damaged now?
Probably about all of them.
Yeah.
Like, just as you get hit, they lose a little bit of durability.
I didn't think that was something they kept in this game.
Yeah. I mean, it's very slow unless, you die. Which
Oh.
you have died a couple times. I forgot about that.
I have died a couple of times.
But if the durability goes to 0, you don't lose the item. It's just unusable until you fix it.
I wanted to see if I could talk to him as the horse, and I couldn't. So what do I need to do?
It's under repair. Just past salvage.
Repair.
And if you just press triangle, it'll fix everything.
There we go. Because money is not really an issue. So
Yeah, plus, it's not terribly expensive.
we've earned a trophy. Breaking not so bad. Haha. Cute. See, I can't think of a game show that I'd actually want to be on. Mostly because, you know, I'm not all that good at trivia unless it's like ridiculous trivia, like gaming trivia. That sort of thing I could probably do well on. No, there is a show that I would have liked to have gone on. Nick Arcade. I would have had a blast on that one. Been a hell of a lot better than the kids that they had on that show. I will never forget, there was one time they had Sonic the Hedgehog as one of the playable games. So I'm like, Sonic the Hedgehog is not an arcade game. What are you doing? But the goal was to collect like 30 rings or something before, like you had a set amount of time, you had to collect rings. Sitting here going, I could do that like in my sleep because it was on stage 1. So it's like, people who've just played the game and to get, you know, the first Chaos Emerald. Like, that's... But this kid was just having such a hard time doing it because he kept running into enemies. I'm like, you don't run into... Because he kept... I don't know what he thought he was doing. It's like, if I just run into them, It's like, no, Sonic's not invincible. You have to either jump on them like every other game, or curl up into a ball and roll into them. I want to see the new Turtle movie, not only because my friend who I want to just got come in. Oh well, that's a good reason to go see it. So, like that's the type of reason to go see it. But I can't bring myself to see half the reboots these days. I just can't. Like, I can guarantee you, I'm going to be skipping the Power Rangers reboot, just right off the bat. I'm gonna be skipping that one. I can't imagine a world in which I would want to see that movie. And I used to really like Power Rangers too. The first couple of seasons.
That is to fuck all.
Talk about childhood game shows besides Nick Arcade. See, everyone talks about Legends of the Hidden Temple. Everyone talks about it. My biggest gripe was at the very end, they would screw you over. Because, so, the whole thing was you progress through the game, you do these challenges to get the life pendants, and the winners, go through the temple at the end to get the treasure and do all the put all the puzzles together and whatnot. But if you got caught by one of the guards, they would take a half a life pendant as opposed to oh, you have a full life pendant. No, we're just going to take that. It doesn't give you 3 hits. It's like a half a pendant is the same as a full pendant. So what's the point? It always pissed me off. I'm like, no, that's not fair. The 90s Turtle movies are better, yeah.
For a definition of better. Like, the third movie is more entertaining, but it is not better.
Yeah, that I would say there is a level of, we should probably not call this good. The first one was good. It was actually kind of dark, so.
I honestly don't remember the first one very much. Like, only the second and the third.
And Penn wrote Power Rangers fanfics. I can see that. I can see it. I also love how it's one of those things that gets posted online all the time of the first Pink Ranger's like, oh, my first crush. I fucking hated her in that series. It's like, at least, in the beginning when it's like, I'm very Valley Girl, it's like, I would love to put a brick through your skull. Just, I could not stand it. I liked the Yellow Ranger. I thought she was actually more attractive and more, like a human. But toward the end of the series, before the original Pink Ranger left, that's when she started becoming a little more tolerable. So. But. It's also one of the things, like, the movie Clueless. I used to love Alicia Silverstone. Growing up, I thought she was just amazingly beautiful. And then I saw Clueless, and I'm like, nope, I am done with this. No. And I know it's just acting. But it's acting so well, I just can't do that. I just can't. I had to restrain myself from beating a temple guard up. Oh, you studied Taekwondo! Who did you... I don't know where you are. If you're in the U.S., there's a couple of different federations, like you got the Eagle Taekwondo Federation, etc. But there's a very well-known family of trainers in my area that came from Korea, the Kim family. It's like 5 brothers, something like that, and they all teach Taekwondo. I studied with one of their students, who went on to have his own school. So I really miss Taekwondo. It's one of those things that I would love to get back into, but, you know, money. It was a very expensive thing. I mean, worth it, but expensive. 1 was great, 2 was my favorite, 3 was okay for the Turtles movies. So. See, I liked Jason better than Tommy. Tommy seemed like he had kind of a... Like, Tommy just seemed kind of like a bastard. Like, that's what I... That's the impression I got from Tommy. But as a kid, I always loved the brainy characters. Like, Donatello was my favorite Ninja Turtle. Billy was my, favorite Power Ranger. Like, I loved the smart people that were, I'm going to do something, clever. So...
My behavior. Father killed me to side with you, but I will help you now as I can.
Hard on unlearning the kung fu habits.
I've never been a faithful.
Oh, so many people here have taken Taekwondo. That's... Maybe we just instinctively flock towards each other. D.B. Stewart is in Texas, considering picking it back up, trying to qualify for the Olympics. Good luck with that. I've met some of the Olympic hopefuls from, years past, and I wasn't bad at it. I was better with, demonstrations than, sparring. But I gotta say, some of those guys were just exceptionally, like, they were rough. They were rough. Got into Kung Fu to control my temper. Oh, that's... I got into Taekwondo to deal with self-confidence, because I was a very shy child. You wouldn't know that by looking at me now, because I live stream to the internet, where potentially thousands of people can sit here and criticize my work. Like, horse! And lightning, and dead. Can I dodge roll through the laser? I tried to do that, but I couldn't tell if it actually did anything.
Probably not.
Nope. Nope, you cannot.
I don't think the dodge roll anything actually does anything. It just, makes it feel more actiony.
Like, if the dodge roll doesn't allow me to dodge lasers, then I am very unhappy about...
I mean, it looks like you should be able to just, like, hop over it or something.
Yeah.
Or backflip over it.
Tommy was an angst bomb. Yes, he was. Getting into fistfights as a child. And Glassjaw does, Muay Thai. That's... Yeah, I guess martial arts people just kind of instinctively flock towards each other, because it seems like so many people... But yeah, I was a very shy child. I hated public speaking, ironically enough. I loathed that. Like, I would just get so shaky and nervous having to do any sort of presentation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this isn't even really public speaking, because we're not speaking to people. There's nobody here.
No, but it kind of is. Like, there's no actual people here, but I can guarantee you the anxiety is very similar. It's because I couldn't deal with it as a kid. Like, I refused a lot of the time to do public speaking. Like, I took failing grades on projects because I refused to actually do the public speaking aspect of it. It's like, let's see. Probably have a size, strength, and speed advantage. 6'4", 220. No. But that's one of the things that I learned in martial arts is size and strength are not always defining, trait for victory. Because there's nothing like watching like a 4 foot tall Korean man who's probably in his 60s just mop the floor with someone who could be, you know, considered a professional athlete in any other, you know, sporting field. Like, I watched a rather elderly Korean man take on someone that I would consider a linebacker and just mop the floor with him. White Crane Kung Fu. Sifu was a white guy who studied in China and Tibet. Looked like George Carlin. Wow, that's an image. Yeah, if he had cracked jokes during class, that he would have been the best martial arts instructor ever. Because it's like, yeah, I know I look like George Carlin. We're just going to kind of go with it. Everyone's telling their stories about being in martial arts. Yeah, it's definitely something I miss from back in the day. I've actually wanted to get into HEMA, the European historic martial arts style, which is like basically a fancy way of saying hack and slash. But I hate it when you say that. I hate it when you refer to it, because it's not. It actually has, you know, a lot of finesse to it, especially if you know, go about it in a means that they actually look at it from a combat perspective, because medieval combat was rough. Like you didn't just hit people with the blade of the sword. It's like you turned it around and held it by the blade and beat people to death with the pommel, because it, you know, you could. It's like, oh, if they're wearing plate armor, oh, my sword's not going to do much, but this blunt weight at the end of it, that's going to be fantastic. Horse. Actually, that was really useful, just having them locked in there. I just ran him down with the horse for the entire time. That was actually really worthwhile. Red looked at him, smiled evilly, and started walking around the room the other way. Oh, you gotta love it when martial arts instructors kind of do that. It's like, I for a while, one of the assistant instructors at my school was it was two gentlemen from Jordan, and they were hardcore. They lived and breathed martial arts, and Taekwondo was, I think, either the second or third martial art that they were studying, and just anytime someone in the class seemed like they were getting a little too, you know, a little too egotistical for their own good, they'd make sure to take them down a peg or two. Like, yeah.
There we go.
Level 23. Oh, you're almost level 24, so you can get your
Got a rune for 7-sided strike though, so it's going to do even more damage now. At least I think that's the one that increases damage. Maybe.
Horsey! I did not realize how much fun I would have with that. But I'm having fun with it. Let's see. If you have the training for it and size advantage like that, having a proportional or longer wingspan makes it hard. See, yeah, that is really the hardest thing you'd have to deal with is, you know, people getting close to you. But once they do get close to you, if they're also, you know, skilled, once they get in, that's... Let's see. Whole bunch of crap. Common debris. I need to stop picking up the common debris.
Well, the common debris is fine because that will just stack with what we already have.
Not that we, need it.
Yeah.
Zevin, the alchemist. Can you make me a philosopher's stone? Are you gonna turn a little girl and a dog into a monster? Because if you are, I'm just gonna kill you right now. Like that's.
Oh, they'll sell us some stuff. Oh, those gloves might be good. Maybe.
And Grisha's here. Welcome. A lot of vitality.
Yeah. Like, it lowers my damage, but my current gloves are fucking old.
Yeah.
So, let's just go and buy those.
Yeah.
And equip those.
I'm gonna see what I've got.
I can't do that. Dang.
Once you get in close to a taller person, you take away their range. They clinch you in knees. Yeah, knees. Knees hurt. I was never a fan of knees. To the face. All right, that's all crap. What about you? Oh my God, you are well worth picking up. Why does that always happen? I always do that. No. I don't think you're going to be worth it. No.
No.
No. No. No. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the Defying Band. I forget what you do. Life per hit. It's kinda 6 of one, half dozen the other.
Yeah.
I mean, the life per hit would be kind of nice. I'll hold on to it for now. Warrior's Ground Key. You've got more strength and more vitality, but 5 less armor.
But the 4 more strength means it's only 1 less armor.
True. What about you? What do you got? No. And that's it.
Time to go spelunking.
Spelunky. Can you use your own account character locally? Can you each use your own account character locally? No. We can't. For this. You have to create a character on... Like, you have to have a...
You could probably transfer the save. Like, I know you can with other stuff. Like, you can just put a save on a USB and transfer it that way. But, I'm not sure with this.
Yeah, I'd have to look into that, because I don't know. Everyone has pointy elbows. Barbara, what did you miss? You missed everyone having pointy elbows. Arriving most undesirable person. Oh, you're not undesirable, Grisha. That's garbage if you can't... I mean, it might be. I don't know. We haven't really had a need to, so... I mean, I know you wouldn't be able to with, like, the PC version. Because...
Well, the PC version's all online, so
Yeah.
like, all your characters are on the server.
Oh, yeah, but you wouldn't be able to use the PC version of your character for the console version.
Yeah. Like, the PS3 version doesn't... It would even be the same... version.
Yeah.
Because this is, like, 2.0.6, and PC is currently on 2.4.1.
Because PC gets all the updates.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure PS4 and Xbox One are also on the same update. 2.4.1. It's just the older gen they don't maintain.
Well, I can see that, because the problem is the PS3 and its rubbish architecture. It's like, we fixed our rubbish patching system. No, you haven't! I'm assuming you could upload the save to the cloud and download it. See, that's what we're thinking. If you could,
Yeah, you can
transfer.
If you have plus, then you can and the save is like there isn't anything in Diablo that prohibits it, then you could do that. But if you don't have plus, then you have to use the USB.
Yeah. So, what is that? Why I got stuck. Hey, look, a whole bunch of dead guys. I love that slash. It's fantastic for crowd control. That's another game that I kind of want to play is the Dynasty Warriors games, because I always loved the create your own character. At least in which one is it that I've got? Dynasty Warriors 4, where you can create a character and their weapon of choice is a two-handed broadsword, and their Muso attack is you just kind of spin around. It's like, for a game where it's all about slaughtering hordes of people, that is just a fantastic attack. Oh my god.
There are some gems. Nice shield.
Chip Topaz, Flawed Amethyst.
None of the other gear's really worthwhile, but that shield's nice.
I'm gonna take a look at that shield. Yeah. Less XP per kill, but so much nicer. Gotta go. Hit me up later in Skype. Yeah. If not, just send me. If I'm not online, just send me a message and I'll respond to it. Or just PM me. Just ask whatever you were aiming to ask, and I'll get to it. Let's see. Yeah, No Man's Sky got delayed, which I'm not surprised about. Interview tomorrow, and it's in the same building as... Oh, that's awkward. Interview in the building that the job you just had was... That... Oh, yeah. I would not be comfortable with that. At all. Hey, look, dead things. Every video made by... That's... Yeah. I kill a lot of things. And I'm always shocked by it for whatever reason. I don't know why. Apparently, it just entertains me that, you know, I kill things. Stink eye people in your old job. Oh, the entire office guy. That's even... Well, that makes it less awkward. If it were the company was still there and you walk in to interview with someone else, it's like, that would be super awkward. Super awkward. Trap kill. I really don't like those exploding plants.
Yeah, Act 2 is kind of the worst. You've got those exploding plants, you've got the bees that shoot out more bees. You've got the reviled guys that explode into poison gas on death. You've got the snakes that are invisible and you can't do shit to them until they decide that it's okay to do shit to them. And, I feel like there's other stuff here that just makes Act 2 just completely terrible.
I mean, probably. So far, it's not really been a picnic.
Well, no, there's our Act 3.
It is really funny because I didn't need the seriously complicated direction. No, I know exactly what building you're talking about. I used to work there, you know. I missed with my super ability. Like, the fact that I can miss with my super ability kind of upsets me.
Yeah, that might have been my bad because I did the tail kick. I should see if I have another rune for that doesn't have an insane amount of knockback.
I shall kill you with my pokey stick, every shining force. I don't say I shall kill you with my... I say poke.
I'll just switch back to the bell.
I just talk about poking things in every Shining Force video. What if he's got a pointed stick? Bell.
Dong.
Dong, where is my automobile?
Break beneath the endless tide.
Still does a bit of knockback, but not as much.
And large shield of invasion. That sounds a little... Do we want to check the ceremonial tables? I have a feeling...
Thousands of years old. Smack.
What's the Eddie Izzard skit? You tear your history down, man. It's over 50 years old. Let's tear it to the floor and put a car park here. I've seen it in stories. We've restored this building to how it looked over 50 years ago. No, surely not. No. No one was alive then.
Yeah, we didn't need that.
No, that I shouldn't pick that up. That was a waste. Wasteful. Dong. That's actually a very effective ability.
Yeah, I just started playing Monk on the PC version. And one of the builds that they have for Monk that's kind of popular is just stacking a bunch of stuff to make the Bell skill like really strong, because one of the runes increases its AoE to basically the entire screen. And through various bits of gear and skills, it just consistently one-shots stuff.
Somebody can make dick jokes with the poking with my pokey stick. I'm kind of surprised people haven't started making dick jokes about that. I don't know. There's a thing about the Shining Force videos. Like, most of the people who watch it are kind of hardcore Shining Force fans, which means they're not really kind of in the mindset to make jokes at the game's expense. I make jokes at the game's expense, but a lot of the viewers don't. So I guess that's where that is. It's like they're just enjoying the gameplay, whereas I'm sitting here, you know, making ridiculous comments. And everyone just kind of dies.
A worthy challenge.
Oh, you're a big fella. Horsey! Oh god, what was that?
There's a tower over there that's on the spiders.
Oh, just what I always wanted.
Yep, there it is.
Summon Spider Tower. Oh, that's not nightmare fuel.
A lot of processing power went into destroying that table.
Apparently. What's the saying in Europe? 100 miles is a long way. In America, 100 years is a long time. Yeah. The funny thing is, in America, 100 miles is not... It's not far. Oh, what in the heck?
It's your
Oh, it's Nemesis!
it's your nemesis again. Here to kill you again.
Basically. Horsey!
Maybe we can actually kill him for once.
I mean, we're putting a world of hurt on him
Might
this
want a
time.
potion. Oh, you're
I tried to...
both dead.
Oh! Holy shit! Well... We died! We killed him!
No, he ran away.
He ran
again.
away? Oh.
We still have yet to kill the nemesis.
We have yet to kill the Nemesis. U.S. agent is generally only half the horse. I'm
One
kind
of
of...
these days.
One of these days we will kill Nemesis.
Is there anything else over there? No, not that.
It takes about 15 to 20 to get to work myself. See, that's the thing. I live on the other side of my town, and it can take, 15 minutes to get just across town. From where I was born, it's like a 4.5 hour car ride from where I currently live. And where one of my best friends lives. You know, we go up to visit, and it's like 4.5 hours. We go up, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. That's ridiculous. Used to have a job. We're going at 5. Leave. It's horsey. See, I'm kind of glad I have the horse, because otherwise I would be making the, I'd have to do the witch doctor and do Star and Germa's just constant, you know, puking. Horsey! And another tower down. I had a 12-minute commute. Yeah, Texas cities are huge, and they're all over. Texas is large enough to where it's like it could take you forever to get from one side of the state to the other. It's just, it's a huge expanse of land. Like, I had a friend who went to Texas for something. It's like, yeah, it's going to take me a couple hours to get from point A to point B. I'm like, granted, you know, North Carolina, you know, if you go from the mountains to the beach, that's a fairly decent length of time too. And everything's dead. Still kind of bummed that we didn't kill Nemesis. We were so close.
Yeah. Just had the poison everywhere.
Yeah.
Have to have a plan to get the fuck out of that if he does that shit again.
Yeah. Well, we're about done for this stream. How much? I was about to say, how much farther?
There's the head of Sultan Kul.
Oh, we get to kill something big and creepy that he can put a world of hurt on me apparently. Horsey. Executioner Sword of the Hawk. And I've hit 24.
You passed me somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that. Do we want to hit the Oasis?
Did we get the... What's our journal say? Okay, yeah. We can leave.
I need to go back.
Everyone said about Houston and Austin. Houston is freaking ridiculous large. See, I'm not a thing for huge cities. I like cities, but like huge, ridiculous cities, not quite my my taste. Am I ever going to play Resident Evil? Maybe. Like that's probably something we might play for Halloween one year. So I mean, I doubt we'll finish it, but probably play it. Mostly because I really like the Saturn version of it. But I don't know. I got Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, which I've been told is the better version of Resident Evil 4, but I don't know. So, but yeah, like I said, it's about time for the stream to be over, and since we just finished something, that's a good stopping point. Some of the worst voice acting since House of the Dead. It's really not an argument there.
Suffer like G did.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go. I will probably load up some Overwatch here in a little bit. So anyone who has Overwatch that wants to play it, I'll probably be playing that here in a little bit. So I'll get everything cleaned up from the stream, and probably do that. You know, but that's you know. Gonna go for it. I do need to edit tomorrow's videos. That's something I haven't been doing. I've been playing Overwatch so late that it's like, I'll edit the video in the morning, and then I have a hard time waking up. You were almost a Jill sandwich. See, every time I hear that, I keep thinking it's some sort of sexual innuendo. I know it's not, but I keep thinking that was the intent. But anyway, thank you for all hanging out in the stream. We're gonna go play Overwatch. We'll see you guys in game. I'll see you next week for another Diablo stream next Thursday, because we're going to continue this until we beat the game. And like, comment, favorite, subscribe if, I give you cancer or something. I don't know. Whatever. You guys do a fantastic job supporting the channel. So go out and tell your friends to do the same. Because, yeah, the more support, the merrier. So, see you next week. Sometime for another live show. So, later, everyone.